Welcome back, everybody. This is Lucy here with me today, and we're going to be going down to the Red Deer Forestry Strip to do a survival course called A Night in the Woods. Basically what we want to do is take our survival pack out of the plane, take it down and use it overnight and see what we're missing, what we can add to it, and see if it works for us, if we can survive overnight, if we have a crash in the plane, or if we have to put down somewhere and we have to spend the night or two waiting for a rescue to come get us. So stay tuned and we'll get down there.
With our plane in the shop getting the prop overhauled, Lucy and I hopped into the truck and headed south from Grand Prairie. We were a little disappointed that we couldn't fly to the event, but that didn't stop us from having a little quality time on the way down. We left on Friday morning for the 7-hour drive to Calgary, which is normally a 2-hour flight for us. On Saturday morning after breakfast and coffee, we got loaded up and headed out to meet up with everyone at the Sundre Airport for the briefing and training.
So we did get flints and a survival kit, or survival block, and I think we're going to do some demonstrations when we get there. We're going to try and light fire with flint. So if you've seen some of our last episodes, me and Steph were out at Wolf Lake trying to light fire with the flint. Didn't really work for us. We've learned some new tricks, and we're going to get one going with the flint today. And then we're going to set up a tent, and we also learned of a self-log feeder. We're gonna see if we can build it. I don't know if we can, because I think you need the round logs, it looked like, and I think they got cut wood there, so we'll have a look and see what they got. If we don't build it today, maybe we'll try it at home and see how it works. We'll do a survival course, and we'll do a survival night out at home and see if it works. And yeah, so we're on the drive out. The sun's poking out now. It's getting to about 10 degrees according to the truck on the way out. There's still snow on the ground, so it's going to be cold. They've got spruce boughs already there for us to use, so we're going to build our shelters. And with our kit, we're going to try a few different things with our kit to see if we can make a couple different styles of shelters and see how they work. So this will be kind of interesting to see how this all plays out for us. And looks like we got a good crew at 20 people at the briefing, so that was good. And they got some paramedics, and I think one of the local firefighters is the safety crew out there, so they're going to be doing their rounds on us and making sure we're okay every couple hours. So
our drive from the Sundre Airport took us west about 53 kilometers to the Red Deer Forestry Strip, which is nestled at the start of the Rocky Mountains in Alberta. Some of the participants drove while others flew their aircraft into the strip. The clouds on the way in were looking a little threatening, but we ended up getting some great weather. We had a quick briefing before breaking off into little groups to practice our fire lighting techniques. We were tasked with going around the site trying to find some things that would work for getting our fire started. One thing we learned is the flint we were using had a magnesium block. The great thing about the magnesium block is that you can shave off slivers using a knife and use that as a fire starter. Magnesium is highly flammable and burns extremely hot, which aids in getting your fire started. Everyone had a great time getting their fires going. Some struggled like we did, and others had their fire going right away. Next, we tried making a signal fire. We started with making feather sticks, which are a length of wood that has been shaven to produce a cluster of thin curls protruding from the wood. This allows damp wood to be used to start a fire when dry tinder is hard to find. Once that was complete, we erected a signal fire stand using 4 long sticks. We then added smaller sticks at waist height to make a fire bed. Our feather sticks were put on top of the fire bed with some old man's beard. And once that was done, we took spruce boughs and hung them over the stand. Once that was all set up, Jim lit the fire and we started working on getting our spruce boughs to smoke and creating a column of smoke for the signal.
I was working under direct supervision.
That's starting to cause some smoke.
Oh, there you go.
As we were busy working away, Rob went up in his plane to take some photos of the signal fire from above and show what it looked like. As you can see from the pictures, it's really easy for a spotter on board a search aircraft to see when it's smoking.
Okay, so we did, what did we do? We did signal fire. We did the fire starter stick. What they call that? Can't remember. Feather stick, right. And then what else did we do? See those trees over there? I think we should go back there. And we'll have some trees to tie our tarp onto. So we're headed to find our spot where our crash site's gonna be.
Should try to find somewhere local.
We're going to crash. Yeah, somewhat dry too, right? I mean, we're gonna be a little wet. It's not gonna be too bad though. All right. So Lucy's pretty excited to try some of this stuff out. Okay. Well, it looks like it might snow on us here too. Hopefully not.
Well, then we can put our bed under a tarp.
Yeah, well, yeah, we're gonna have it under the tarp for sure.
Okay. Oh, that's also.
This is pretty wet here. Wow. It's not like we're gonna be able to choose our crash site, but where do you think? Should we go try in there or should we go over here?
Yeah, we could go look in there. It might be more sheltered.
Maybe. This looks like a good spot right here.
Yeah.
Right in here. It's kind of got these little boughs here, so it might be nice for us.
But then where are we gonna put the tarp?
Well, we can put it right in here. We can tie it. See, this is high ground here, but we can tie it. I don't know. We'll see.
What if we went like in there?
After finding our spot to set up camp, we had to bring in our wood. There was a lot of different techniques used for getting firewood. Okay, so we're setting up our shelter, so to speak. We hauled in our firewood because we had to haul it in. We didn't cut it down. And that's what we got going on so far.
Our shelter, we're still making it. It's in progress.
It is in progress, yes. And we've marked our trail out to the outhouse if we need it, which we shouldn't, but we might. What else we got to do? So what's the next step? So we were actually supposed to build fire first, but we thought because the clouds are coming and it was snowing, we should probably build our shelter first, eh? Yeah. And then get our fire going. Lucy's looking forward to the fire making. We got our 20 sticks of logs we got in here, right? All our gear laid out behind you. I just brought it in our pack, right? So we used paracord to haul our wood in, but we got our tarp set for, and then we got that bivvy, the 2-person bivvy. We're gonna try it out. It's like a sleeping bag, isn't it? Lucy, show it to us there. We might try that out, sleeping in it later. We might, or on top. We'll see how warm we are. And yeah, we've taken off, shedded our layers, because what's the key word? What did he say at our briefing? If you sweat, you die. So we can't sweat. So we're gonna have to, we got a shelter set, pretty much. I think we should start building a fire, don't you? Is that our next step?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, wait, get ready for the grasshopper stuff.
Come on, there we go. Get your sticks.
Come.
Get your sticks on there. Get your other grandpa beard going. Yeah.
Right.
Good job. There, you get this stuff back here.
I feel like that. Oh, my goodness. Kind of took a while.
Okay, so Lucy's got our fire going here. She's keeping the sticks going and getting some wood. I'm gonna cut some more. Okay, we got, what did we get here? We got these at Trapper Gourds, emergency rations by the U.S. Coast Guard. And I think, what did I read on here? So they were supposed to take them, it says do not drink water during the first 24 hours unless sick. Now, what did we learn today about water? They say differently now, right? They say drink lots of water. And how much did they say? Do you remember?
Like 200 liters?
1.5 liters, I think. 1.5 liters a day minimum. And then, and these things, I think, what did they say per calorie count here? So 1 bar is 200 calories. There's 18 bars in here. And I think the directions were to eat one every 6 hours. We're going to try them out here. So that's the ration, what it looks like in a plastic. 200 calories for that bar. What does it taste like?
It tastes like graham crackers, but like oats at the same time.
Uh-huh. They're pretty tasty, actually. They're not bad. Now, we don't have a deck of cards. Like they said, you should have something to pass the time. Now that we're all set up, how long did it take us?
Like 4 hours.
4 hours. And now we're just hurrying up and waiting for our rescue. Lucy's gonna man the fire. Looks like he's running away on us there. Anyway, so we've got our flagging up here and a glow stick for heading back to camp if we need to, up to the safe zone. And then so we hauled all our wood from down there, and then Lucy's got some flagging set up down here for getting water. A lot more waterlogged logs up along the shoreline here from runoff, so it's a little bit trickier to get over. One thing you gotta be careful of here especially is losing your footing and spraining an ankle or something back in here. I mean, typically if you're gonna be going down on in an aircraft, you're gonna be injured as it is, and it's not gonna be fun, so you don't want to add to your injuries. The last flag and stick, and we're at the river. So there's a small stream here, main stream out there.
There were a lot of other great ideas for shelters, fire feeders, and heat shields at the other camps that were set up for the night.
So we added to our camp. We did a little house cleaning, got the wood cleaned up. But Lucy had a good idea. What did you suggest we do?
That we put what are these called again?
Space blankets.
Space blankets around it.
Yeah. So that it keeps the heat in better. Because she noticed the back end there where I was gonna sleep was open still, and figured it might get cold back there. So we just taped. What did we do? I'll show you here. We used our duct tape, and we taped the back end onto our tarp. So we might add a little bit of wood there to the bottom, but if you look in there, it's gonna be, I think it's gonna be pretty toasty in here at night. It's gonna warm right up. And she's just letting the glow stick over there so you can find out our camp. Not that they're gonna miss it with our fire going like this. Well, it's too bad we don't have a thermometer. Lucy says it's pretty hot in there now, in our little oven. So it's probably a good thing we set up those space blankets. Sun's coming up, birds are chirping.
I got up around 5:30 in the morning, which is not unusual for me, and Lucy slept until just after 7. We didn't realize how cold it was until we got up. There was a considerable amount of frost on the ground, which made for some really beautiful pictures as the sun came up. The volunteers were busy cooking up a storm early in the morning for us. Eggs, pancakes, and sausages were on the menu, along with hot coffee and a fire to warm us up. As the participants started to emerge from their camps in the morning, there were a lot of smiles on everyone's faces. It definitely seemed like everyone really enjoyed themselves and learned a lot about their packs and skills. As we were packing everything up, Lucy got an amazing opportunity. Thomas came over and asked if she wanted to go for a flight as he had an extra seat in his Beaver. Lucy even got to fly the plane, which was pretty special.
Hey, how was that? Just good? Did you? You actually got to fly that thing?
Yeah.
Crazy.
And like the mountain.
No, I'm jealous.
Yeah, he was scared. He went like when we did one of the bus things.
Hold on a second. When you came back this way?
Yeah, like when we did a buzz
Yeah.
thing or whatever you call it. He went up really fast and then we sunk it, and then when he went off, he like floated.
Yeah. Yeah, you like that, don't you?
Yeah.
After the flight, we stuck around for a bit to watch a few planes take off before departing for the long journey home.
So we just finished our course a night in the woods. What did you think?
It was really fun.
Yeah. What was the best part about it?
Building our place to stay.
Building our place to stay. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
What all did we do? We did. We had to get. They had cut firewood for us there, so we had to haul that in. We had 20 pieces of logs, which we burned through all of them.
Yeah.
So what temperature did it get down to down there?
-10.
Yeah, -10 overnight, and we were pretty cozy. I did get shivers a few times, but then I stoked the fire and it seemed to work good. How was lighting the fire with the flint?
It was hard.
Yeah, it was tough, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So one thing that they said that to pack in your kit, what was it to light fire? What was the best thing?
forget what it's called, and like the laundry thing.
The dryer lint?
Yeah.
Yeah, dryer lint is light, compact, and light sparks really good for fire. So that's something we're going to add to our kit. What else was pretty cool? You went for a flight in the Beaver too. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And you got to fly it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Where did you guys go flying?
Like in the mountains or the canyons.
Yeah. And then what else did we do down there? We did that. We lit a signal fire. We'll have to see if we can get some footage of that for later on. And yeah, it was pretty cool. All in all, we found that our survival pack worked fairly good. I did add a tarp in there because we couldn't have any spruce boughs to make a lean-to, so we used a tarp. One thing I will add is that we should add some more spruce boughs below and give that extra air layer underneath us, because I did get cold on my back. Although we were fairly warm, I didn't notice how warm we were. I started getting shivers. I get a little log on our fire, and then when we got up, it was cold. It was -10. It was really cold. But thanks again to everybody who volunteered to put this thing on. Sundry Flying Club was one of them. Rob Japp was one of the organizers. Dave McLean, Alberta General Aviation. I think Lightspeed Headsets also sponsored us. Sundry Fire Department, I think, was out there as well with paramedics as far as safety goes. So at the end, I'll give a list to everybody that we deserve credit to put this on. It was a great course. We learned a ton. So we look forward to doing this again in the future. Have fun, everybody.